Y'all gonna stop disrespecting Dak Prescott. But look, before we get into that, let's talk some Senior Bowl. What's good, people? It's your boy, Mr. Rome, Cowboys fan talk, right back like I never left. Listen, had to slide off into one of my conference rooms real quick and talk some Senior Bowl. Before we get into that, man, if you're new here, man, let your boy get a subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hit the channel with a like. I appreciate it, man. I've definitely been appreciating all the support lately. And look, let's chop it up about some of these players, man. Today, since the Senior Bowl week, I wanted to just highlight 4 players that I think Dallas will focus on, because I'm focusing on what I think the team will go after need-wise. And that's going to be 2 offensive linemen to keep an eye on. Not necessarily that they would draft 2 offensive linemen, just 2 offensive linemen. And then there's 2 DBs, safeties or DB, however you want to classify that I think they will go after. The first one is Ifatumilonwu. I know I butchered his name. Trust me, I apologize, especially if you check this video out, Ifatu. But let's talk about his measurables, man. He's 6'3", 213 pounds, cornerback, safety. I think he's more so of a safety out of Syracuse. And listen, man, he has everything we would need in a safety. I really, really, really like his skill set. His wingspan is like kind of abnormal, which is great because he can, play in zone well and play the deep balls well. I love his measurables because, listen, shorter DBs usually get dominated, especially in the red zone. So I do like his measurables, and his wingspan will come in handy. That's something I really, really like about him. And they're saying he's projected at a 4.47 40, which is out of this world. I like him. The next DB is Hamza Nazrodin out of Florida State. I like Hamza Nazrodin. I like his measurables as well. Hamza's 6'3" as well, 213 pounds too. His wingspan is pretty incredible. Hamza's problem is he probably would have went earlier in the draft, or would go early in the draft, if he didn't get an injury. So that has helped him fall to possibility of us getting him in a day 3 or day 4 if he slides. He was projected more so as a top of day 2, but with the injury and with him not playing this year, it definitely might help us out in securing him. And look, Dallas got to come up this year, because Dallas, we got a bunch of compensatory picks that they added to us. We got an extra third round pick, extra 4th round pick, extra 5th round pick, and an extra 6th round pick. So we're going to be able to load up this team. We just had to be smart with our picks. I think Hams is a pick that I definitely would like us to take a look at. Another person that I want y'all to take a look at on the offensive line side, and the reason why I want us to shore up the offensive line is not because I'm ready to move off Lyle Collins because of the injury, or I'm ready to move off of, we just paid Lyle, or I'm ready to move off of Tyron Smith. I am thinking towards the future, and I think if you can bring someone in like a Alex Leatherwood, he would fit perfectly at that left guard position. And I know y'all probably like, everybody keep trying to get rid of Connor Williams. Ask Connor Williams. He's good for a splash play at the wrong time, and that's this problem. You put Leatherwood in at that guard. You got Zach Martin at the other guard. We got Beatis at center, Tyron Smith, and Lyle Collins. You're talking about the return of the 2016 line, like road graders, and that's what I'm looking for. And then as Tyron Smith plays another 2 years, you can transition Leatherwood out to left tackle, Also, I would consider Liam Eichenberg out of Notre Dame. Liam has the measurables too to do the same thing. A little bit older than Leatherwood, I think, but I think Liam has all of the measurables. He did get kind of worked out when they played Alabama. Like it wasn't his best outing, but I do think that maybe like a year or so, maybe running that guard and learning under Tyron and the rest of the line when Tyron eventually wants to hang it up, or if we want to use him as a trade piece after we get Liam up to speed, we can kick him out, and I think that he can handle his own. Because if you look at Liam's stats, I don't think he allowed a sack, if I'm not mistaken, in his whole. Y'all let me know in the comments if Liam Eichenberg allowed a sack in his whole Notre Dame career, and that's incredible to me. So those are the 4 players in the Senior Bowl so far. You know, I've been kind of going through the roster and thinking about what I would want. There's some other players I'll probably come back and kind of bounce it off y'all. You know, of course, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like I said, CFT is our thing. Cowboys fan talk. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know how y'all feel, and we going to do it like that. If y'all like me bringing up players to highlight and talk about target-wise for Senior Bowl, draft, etc., y'all let me know what y'all think, man, and we can start building on this and doing this more often, man. All right? But listen, before I go, we got to talk about my boy. Listen. What is the problem? If you guys go back to the last video I dropped talking about the craziness I knew was going to come this week, which is people saying let's trade Dak for Matthew Stafford, which still aggravates me to no end. But, you know, the comment section got a little jumping, and the trolls was out heavy, full effect. Basically just saying Dak ain't nice. It's not even close between him and Stafford, which boggles my mind. I do feel you on it's not even close, but it's the reverse. Matthew Stafford is not close to Dak Prescott. Like, I don't know where y'all got that in your mind. We can go wins, we can go stats. Which one y'all want to do? Now, look, I'll give you this. Matthew Stafford has a crazy amount of accumulated stats, like multiple 4,000-yard seasons. But you got to dig a little bit deeper. You know, you got to do your knowledge on the context. Matthew Stafford's attempts are crazy. He has a season where he attempted 700 passes. Like, in multiple seasons where he's in the 600 to 650 pass attempts. It's not that hard to get to 4,000 yards when you're throwing 600 times. Like, with a non-existent running game. It's not that impressive, you know. Consequently, Dak's highest, when he went for almost 5,000, he was still under 600 attempts. He has a better TD percentage, which means he scores more often than Matthew Stafford does when passing the ball. He has a better completion percentage. And I'm doing that averages on percentages because obviously Matthew Stafford has played twice as long as Dak, so I can't do stats accumulation. That would not be quite fair when you got 6 to 7 years, actually 7 more years on a person playing, so that's kind of stupid. But as far as percentage-wise, he's on average a better quarterback than Matthew Stafford. I don't understand the confusion. Not to mention he's mobile. You know, he scores with his legs. So we're not going to add those touchdowns because then it starts to not be fair. So look, man, Bucky, random dude on NFL Network.
Opportunity to play in the semifinals against Clemson. I want you to think about a more electric and dynamic version of Dak Prescott. He has all of those things.
You know, Dak is a clickbait type name, hot button type thing where as soon as you say his name, people pay attention. But, like, stop the loose comparisons. People in the comments, man, just stop. Dak Prescott has established himself as one of the best quarterbacks in this league. That is precisely why you hear all kinds of rumors about if he gets free, Washington wants him, the Colts want him, the Niners want him. That's not a secret. Patriots want him. You know, if he was so trash, you wouldn't hear any rumors. Let's go ahead and keep Dak's name out your mouth. Y'all need to start worrying about who we getting in this draft and focusing on other parts of the team because we have our franchise quarterback. Ain't nobody else coming in to fill that position, and Jerry and them ain't student enough to let him go. So y'all let it go.